Hey neighbors, Brent here with your dashboard devotional for the week. This week included Ash Wednesday, and I was given the opportunity to teach on Ash Wednesday for our church staff as a whole over on the Woodlands campus. And as I was trying to think about what I might speak about that would be different or something that maybe God was speaking to me, was there a particular scripture that would really stand out for Ash Wednesday, this sort of starting date for our journey towards Easter. And I was walking around the Christian Academy earlier in the week and saw that they were lopping off all the crepe myrtles. And it reminded me sort of a humorous experience I had at my last church in Longview, where we had these very large, beautiful crepe myrtles. And but the blooms were so high in the air I couldn't see them from inside of the house. And so I decided I would cut them down a little lower so that when they grew back, I'd be able to see the flowers better. I was then convicted of crepe murder, as it's called. Apparently, when you thin out crepe myrtles, you should only take out the dead limbs and maybe not lop them off at the top. Some people still lop them off, though, apparently, because I see that happening all over our community. But hey, before you think about lopping off your crepe myrtles, just know there's some pretty significant and pretty intense thoughts about whether you should do it or not. Just forewarning you. Anyway, so I was talking in that Ash Wednesday chapel service about how God has created us good. In the very beginning, God called all of creation good, and humans very good. But as we start into this journey, one of the things that we do with Lent is we spend some time focusing on our sin, focusing on the places where we're falling short, remembering our humanity. But I was suggesting to our staff, and I want to suggest to you, that rather than simply stop eating chocolate for Lent, or stop drinking soft drinks, or let go of some bad habit, or take on some new ritual, before you choose, I want you to consider this text, and I'll tell you why. In the 15th chapter of John, the Gospel of John, we hear Jesus saying this: "I'm the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit he prunes, so that it will be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me, and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me." And then he finishes in verse 5, "I am the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me, a person remains in me, and I in them, they will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing." I started to wonder if maybe what we needed to do this Lent is, instead of introspectively deciding what to get rid of or what to take on, maybe we should begin with prayer. Maybe we should ask God, you come, you're the gardener, you come and identify within us the branches, as it were, that are dead, that need to just be removed and cast away. And you, God, look at the roots of our lives, to the branches in our lives that are bearing fruit. And then to lay that life with full confidence and trust in front of a loving and gracious God, that all of the things that are death-dealing, all of the parts of our lives that are not leading us to the everlasting life He promises us, He will remove from us if we give Him permission. And that as we go into looking at the things that are valuable about our lives, maybe the parts of our lives that are life-giving, the things that when we say and do these things, it seems like the kingdom is showing up around us, maybe we need to trust God that even those good things need to be pruned. They're just cut back a little bit so that in season they might flourish even more, bloom even greater than they are right now. We begin our journey towards Easter this week, and I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for me. I'm praying that we would trust God with our lives, that we would trust God enough that we would lay our lives bare in front of Him and count on Him to remove all that's in the way of us having this everlasting abundant life that He promises us. I'm looking forward to taking this road towards Easter with you. I pray blessings upon it for you. If you can use any assistance, any encouragement along the way, please let me know. We'll be back in worship this coming Sunday. We'll be kicking off our sermon series for Lent. We're calling it Foolish Love, and I can't wait to be there to describe the foolishness of God's love for you. 9 and 11 there at Stewart. We'll see you then. God bless you. Bye-bye.